Hey, what's up guys? This is Dan again with my 2018 STI. Finally got a break in shitty February winter weather. Got a nice day, so I decided to clean it up, make the red look good and shiny, and take it for a spin. So today, I wanted to show you guys a few mods I did lately. You can probably tell if you watch my other videos. Nothing too crazy, but overall, I'm happy with what I've done. And you know, I did a lot of research and I figured out an easy way to get, I wouldn't say more power, but to get better acceleration. And like I said, I looked up a lot of resources, and I found it in hard print that said you can get better acceleration with lighter wheels. So that's what I decided to go with. Now, originally the car came with 19-inch wheels. I really like the style on the 18 and 19 STIs. I think they're beautiful wheels, but they're heavy. On the forum, somebody weighed them, I weighed them. They're about 28.5 pounds for just the rim. Just the rim. Now, when you have a 19-inch tire, 235/45 or 245/35, it's usually around 25, 26 pounds, maybe even 27 pounds. So when you do the math, 27 or 26 plus 28, you're looking at almost 55 pounds. That's a good amount for each wheel per corner. Is it the end of the world? No. You know, is it really going to hinder performance? Not necessarily, but the conclusion I've come to is I definitely feel a difference in highway pulls with lighter wheels. So I decided to go with these. These are Motegi track lights. 18x9 all around, so I lose an inch in diameter, but that's fine with me. I still like the 18 look, and keep in mind, if you go down a size in diameter, you're also shedding weight. The bigger the wheel, the more it weighs, typically. So these are 18x9s. The stock wheels were 19x8.5. So I gained a ½ inch in width, and I went down an inch in diameter. The big difference is the stock 18 and 19 STI rims are 28.5 pounds per wheel, just the rim. These things in 18x9 with an offset of 35 weigh only 19 pounds. So nearly per corner, I'm saving 10 pounds, almost 10 pounds per corner. Now, when you factor in the tires, they're about the same weight, maybe a pound less, because like I said, it's an inch smaller. So instead of 55 pounds per wheel per corner, I'm now at around 45 pounds. So I saved 10 pounds per corner. Now you may be thinking 10 pounds, that's not a lot. 10 times 4, it's 40 pounds. Well, you saved us 40 pounds off your car. Why would that make a difference? Well, the thing is, it's a different sort of weight than, say, removing a spare tire from your trunk. We're talking about unsprung weight versus sprung weight. Now, basic physics show that when you remove rotating mass like that, you could accelerate a lot faster. Imagine having an RC car and putting 5-inch wheels on. Imagine putting go-kart wheels on an RC car. Is it going to slow it down? Of course it is. But imagine putting little tiny Lego wheels on it. Is it going to speed it up? Yes, because you barely have any rotational mass to move. Is that the best analogy? Probably not, but the best way to describe it is less is more in that regard. So by saving 10 pounds per wheel, I noticed a few things. Better handling, better pulls, like rolling pulls. I wouldn't say from a dig, because although lighter wheels are easier to spin, I mean, it's less for the engine to rotate. Once you're rolling, you already have more momentum as you're going, so it's easier for them to spin them up and accelerate. So I looked at a few channels. One was like Motor Trend or Car and Driver. I gotta look, but they tested it out on a Focus ST, which is front wheel drive. Now, from a dig, it actually almost lost like 0.1 or 0.2 seconds to 60 or whatever it was to 70, because it's front wheel drive. So bear in mind, if you have a front wheel drive or a rear wheel drive car and you put lighter wheels on it, of course they're easy to spin. That's the whole point of this. But if you don't have the right tires, you'll lose traction. So you have a setup that you could spin faster, but it's going to break traction, and you will actually lose time on whatever it may be, quarter mile, 0 to 60 sprint. So that's something to keep in mind. But with the right setup, with the right tires, you could counteract that and you could go much faster than what your stock setup is, depending on how much it weighs. Now, light wheels are perfect for this car because it's got all-wheel drive. So they could be 10 pounds per wheel, and when you think about that, they would break traction like crazy. But with Subaru's all-wheel drive, you hook and you go. It's amazing. I have nothing but good things to say about their symmetrical all-wheel drive. I've never had an issue. And as you can see, I put Nitto Neo Gens on this. Not the most expensive tires. They're all-season high performance. But even in snow, with all seasons, this thing goes amazingly. I was even able to make it home. Our first snowstorm, we got like 5-6 inches. And I had the stock Yokohama Advance on here. High-performance summer tires. And I made it home. I mean, do I recommend it? No. Was I able to go faster than 20? Not really, but it's got great all-wheel drive system. So that coupled with light wheels, dude, it boogies. I mean, it boogies. Like I said, I love the stock wheels. I love the style, but you could physically tell they're heavy wheels. And this is a great way to get extra power, to get extra handling, braking, acceleration, for little to no money, depending on what type of wheels you get. Or I should say, it's a great way to get extra performance without modding your engine. So if you're like me, you're concerned that your EJ257 may blow up because that's all you read about, and you're like, oh shit, should I mind now? Maybe not, but let's be honest, it really comes down to the driver and how they treat their car, and we know most of these people don't treat their cars well. There are other ways to get more performance. So like I said, if you're like me and you don't want to necessarily tune your car yet and mod it and do a downpipe, right now it's stock tune. It's just got a catback. I do have the access port. Eventually I'll go stage 1 plus with an intake, but right now in the interim I wanted some better performance. I wanted to change the look, but I said, while I'm at it, let me get the wheels. Let me see how this feels. And while I was looking them up, I was looking at nice styles. I wanted to keep it 19. I love the look at 19s on this, but it's hard to get a lightweight 19-inch wheel, as we know. Like I said, as you go up in size, you're increasing the weight typically. But fortunately with these track lights, it was the style I wanted. They're exceptionally easy to clean compared to the stock ones. I mean, the stock ones, have that like 20 spoke design. They split off and you got to clean all the corners. It's a pain in the ass. So I wanted something easy to clean. I wanted something black because I have a red car with, matte black accents. And while I was at it, I was like, let me look for something light. These came up. I liked the look of them. And, they were the size I wanted. Like I said, 18 by 9 with a 35 offset. They clear these Brembos no problem. No rubbing issues whatsoever on TN Flexi coilovers. And it's just, to be honest with you, and I know it's the internet, some people are going to find a way to disagree. I noticed the difference. But keep in mind, I also save nearly 10 pounds per corner. And a lot of people have, different equations, how that equates to regular weight. Like 40 pounds altogether would equate to 200 pounds off the weight of your car. Is that 100% accurate? Not really, but I have yet to find a set-in-stone equation, but you could tell you're saving rotating weight, and in turn, that makes a big difference. So I put them on. The grip's fantastic, and like I said, when I do like a good second gear, third gear pull, it picks up, and it carries better than the heavy stock wheels I have. Now, if I put on a dyno, would I see an increase? Honestly, I think I would. A small increase, maybe. There was a guy who dynoed the new 5.0 Mustang, if you YouTube search it, and he had, I think, the stock heavy wheels on, and he switched them to something lighter, and it was like 20 wheel horsepower, something absurd he gained from the lighter wheels. Am I surprised? Not really, because like I said, rotating mass is huge. But there was another channel with a guy with a 370Z, and he put some big-ass 19 by 10s on, and he only lost like 2 wheel horsepower, so I don't know. All I know is I'm in tune with my car, and when I drive, I personally and truthfully feel a difference. Is it night and day? Not necessarily, but I think it's worth it. If you're looking for new wheels, I would consider something lighter. Or if you have something, you know, that's cheap and you don't want to mod the engine, or a car that doesn't have a lot of power, like a Miata, get light wheels. I had a Miata and I put, you know, medium light wheels on it, and you don't need a lot of power, because if you have a light car and little to no rotational mass, you'll get performance out of it. And it's not just acceleration, it's braking, it's handling, it's less strain on your car in all those aspects. So I'm happy with it. I kept my stock wheels because I like the style, but they call them track lights for a reason. And all I could say is I did notice a difference. So it's definitely something to take in consideration, and it's an easy way to improve your car's performance. Maybe even get some horsepower, depending on the source you look at. But figured I'd show you guys. So right now, like I said, it's an 18 STI. I got 6,600 miles. I put an NVIDIA R400 on it. Love the sound. It's the perfect volume, in my opinion. It doesn't really drone that much. It really releases the rumble, and it sounds aggressive. I love the exhaust note and the sound these cars make. The unequal length headers produces that noise, and it's really like no other. I'm very happy with it. So I did the NVIDIA R400. You know, I got a little license plate frame there, STI, to clean up the appearance. I did the wheels. It's on tan coilovers. I did black fender badges, as you find on the I think the Hyper Blue STIs and the new Type RAs. So I like that because obviously I have a red car. The silver ones kind of really didn't match. Now that I have black wheels, I'm happy with that. Little easy mod. I got the OEM ones for fitment. I got the OEM Type RA lip. I went OEM because of fitment. Fitment's perfect, as I showed in my other video. And this really brings out the front of the car. I mean, clearly this has the new front bumper, but it makes it look a little lower, and it gives it a great design. So in the future, I'll do the side skirts and the rear spats, but I really enjoy that. And like I said, I did the TN coils. I know you can't see them, but you know, it's a nice all adjustable coilover. I have it set to almost the stiffest setting, and it rides good. Honestly, stock was a firm ride, but even at the firmest setting, this almost rides smoother with the 18-inch wheels. Like it rides softer, but yet it's still firm. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and handling's great. Lowered the center of gravity a little bit, and coupled with the Nitto Neo gens, I mean, these are great tires for what they're worth. What you pay for these things, I think they were like only $1.20 each, or maybe less. But they're all seasons, so the few times it snows I can get home, because that's all you need in a Subaru. It would be nice to have winter tires. You could drive like normal, but all seasons will get the job done. They got great tread. I don't spin. Rain traction's perfect, so I like the meaty look. Great tire. So that's really all I did. Interior is still stock. You know, there's nothing really I want to change with the interior. I like the interior setup. In the future, I'll go back stage one, but I figured I'd show you guys. Weight makes a huge difference. That's why when you see Honda S2Ks, you see Miatas, you think, well, when I was young and naive, I'm like, how are these cars fast? They don't have V8s. They only make 160 horsepower or 200 horsepower and no torque. I'm like, these cars got to be dogs. But then I realized, I'm like, wow, you know, these things weigh nothing. They got tiny wheels on them. And a few bolt-ons make them a little quicker. And the older I got, you know, I learned more, I became less naive. I'm like, wow, weight makes a big difference. Weight off the car makes a good difference, but rotational mass makes even a larger difference. So just something for you guys to consider. Like I said, I noticed the difference, and if you're looking to get new wheels, try to shed some pounds, because you will feel it, and especially if you take your car to the track, you will enjoy it and thank yourself. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.